Thanks for tuning in to Stack Veterinary Hospital's YouTube channel. I'm Stephanie, I'm a licensed veterinary technician here. This is Susie, she's also a technician here. This is Kelvin. We are going to be showing you how to set up a subcutaneous fluid bag and actually how to give them subcutaneously. So when you receive your bag at home, you want to start off by opening the bag. And depending on what type of fluids you get, we usually send home lactated ringers. The bags could be a little bit different from time to time, so just be aware when you are measuring the bag that it might be a little bit different. So you want to open your bag. The next thing you want to do is open your fluid line. And what you're going to do is pop off one of the bottom areas here, and you're going to uncap what we call the spike. And what's going to happen is the spike is going to go directly into the rubber end here. And again, not all fluid bags will have these caps on them, so you'll just have to kind of see, as long as it has a rubber area, that's where you would insert the spike. And then what you want to do is what we call bleed the line. So you'll actually turn the bag upside down and allow the fluid to run all the way through the line until you don't see any air bubbles. And you will see some of the fluid running out, which is okay. Once all the bubbles are gone, you're going to take this white scroll and scroll that all the way down so that it clamps off the line. And basically your bag is ready to go. The next thing you're going to want to do is uncap the end of your line and actually attach the needle. And we usually use anywhere between 16 and 18 gauge needles. It just depends on the patient. So you will undo the end of the line and then screw the needle on just like that. And then your set is ready to go to administer the fluids. Usually what we would use is a fluid pole, or at home if you'd like you can use a hanger and hang it on the cabinet, or if you have two sets of hands to help, you can have one person actually holding the bag. For this instance, I'm going to just hold it myself. And when you are ready to give the fluids, again, if you have a second set of hands just to hold the patient, that's usually what works the best. You want to try and give the sub-Q fluids right near the scruff area of the patient, and this would be the same on a dog as well. Basically what you want to do is lift off the scruff and you kind of want to tent the area. So I want to take my needle once I uncap it and go directly into the skin. I don't want to go down. I don't want to go side to side. I want to kind of go parallel with the spine. And what I'm going to do is uncap the needle. And you can kind of see, it's probably hard to see in the video, but there is a bevel here on the needle, and you want to make sure that part is up. And what the bevel is basically just a small indentation, just to kind of allow for easy flow into the skin. So we're going to tent up our skin, and we're going to go directly in, and you kind of feel a pop sensation, and then your assistant or someone else that's helping you will kind of hold that in place. And what I'll do is hold my fluid bag up. We are going to give 150 mLs today. So I'm going to start by rolling my scroll up, and I should start to see the fluid pouring into the vial here. Sometimes, depending on the patient, you might have to redirect your needle a little bit, meaning pulling it out a little bit or pushing it back in. Again, not moving it side to side or up and down, just back and forth, depending on where the needle might be sitting in the skin. So most bags go by 100 ml increments. So I'm going to just squeeze my bag to make it go a little bit quicker. But right now, again, this is a completely new bag. So there should be close to 1,000 mLs in this bag. So I'm actually going to go down to between the 1 and the 2, and that would equal 150 mLs. I'm just going to squeeze it. If your patient's not necessarily tolerating this well, you can go a little bit slower. You can just let it hang by itself if you are by yourself. Again, if you're hanging it on a cabinet or on a hanger, you can just let it flow. It'll just go a little bit slower. All right, so as the fluids are going down, you will see that there will be a nice little bubble here right in the scruff area. Basically, the fluids are getting absorbed, and as the patient needs those fluids, they will absorb throughout the rest of the day. So we're just about done with our fluids here. and we were going to 150 mL, so we're going right in between the 1 and the 2. I'm gonna take this scroll and I'm gonna roll this back up, and then my fluids should have stopped flowing at that point. So I can set my bag down, and then the next thing what I do is just kind of pinch where I inserted the needle and then directly pull the needle out. And then your assistant can kind of hold off that area. You want to recap your needle. Careful with doing that. I usually set it on the table and then just kind of stick my needle in so that I'm not accidentally poking myself. And then if you do see a little bit of fluid leaking out, that can be normal. If you do see a little bit of blood as well, that also can be normal. Sometimes we hit what we call a little skin bleeder, either on the way in or the way out. But other than that, you can just hold off the area for a couple seconds. And if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks for tuning in.